Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to DES iRacing ARCA Series at the Worldwide Technology Raceway Gateway. We got a stacked field tonight. Noah Schaus of the new Misfit Racing is starting off in the pole position. Brandon Cotton to his outside in P2. Then we got Donald Ristow in P3, Jacob Akers from TRG in fourth. Row 3, we got Mitchell Schaefer, another member of Misfit Racing, in fifth place, and then Michael Schema in sixth. Zane Hussein, another member of Misfit Racing, in seventh. And then in P8, rounding out row 4, Tyler Waltz. And we got Jeffrey Turbot in the 44 machine, also of Misfit Racing, in ninth, and Jonathan Geist in 10th. Stetson Williams in 11th, and Nicholas Lamb, another member of Misfit Racing, in 12th. Christian Clark in the 99 machine in 13th, and John Dowdle in 14th. Craig Knoll in 15th, Ward Fisher in 16th for row 8. Edwin Warren in the 11 machine in 17th. P18 is Donald Bell for row 9. Row 10, we got Juan Cobbs Jr. and Thomas Long. Paul Rizka and Brian Smith in row 11. And Jamie Howell rounding out field in 23rd in row 12. We are about to be going green here at Gateway. The race is underway. Top line gets a huge jump. Brandon Cotton does on Noah Schaus. He's going to slip to the bottom line. And I'm sorry, that's Noah that got the big jump there. And he's going to maintain P1. Donald Ristow in second, Cotton in third, Mitch Schaefer in fourth, and Akers in fifth. The reason that I was bringing out Misfit Racing and the members of Misfit that are racing tonight, newly formed team, Mitchell Schaefer, Nicholas Lamb, and myself forming this team. And we've got Zane Hussein as well as Jeffrey Turbot on the team with us. And this is the debut race for Misfit Racing. So that's why I was bringing out the team members that are racing tonight in the ARCA Series from Misfit Racing. Is Noah Schaus and Team Misfit getting a huge pole position start for the first race of Misfit. That all out of the way, Michael Schema in sixth, Zane Hussein, and we've got a wreck that's just happened. We have a caution on the field. So we're going to take a look back here and see if we can see what happened. So while we try to figure out where this wreck happened, we're going to go to a quick. Oh, never mind. Here we go. Here we got it. Looks like the 46 caught the wall there. That's going to be Schaefer. Not sure who that was that Schaefer got into. I'm looking at off the get-go here. Let's see, that is, I'm not sure who that is. So it looks like he gets in, he and Akers get into one another, and then he slides back up the track and collects Turbot and several others, also the 50 machine of Lamb. So big impactful wreck right there. Taking out quite a few members of the field that get collected as collateral damage there. We're going to go to a quick break, and we'll be back with you in just a moment. And we are back with you. Bottom line, Noah Schaus getting a good jump at the top line. Also gets a good jump. The 25 trying to take that lead from Noah Schaus running that high line. This is a huge battle right here. And he is going to slip around. Noah Schaus is going to slide into second place, slide up right behind the 25.
Mute the mic for a second.
All right, so we've got an exciting battle here in for first place, as we had a little bit of technical difficulties getting that sorted out. 7 laps in the books, actually 8 laps in the books that time across the stripe. We have 23, it looks like, going through pit row and coming back out and merging back into the track. But we have a battle right here for first and second between Noah Schaus and the 25 car. I'm going to ask our producer if we can get the nameplates up so we can see who's where. Thank you, sir. That's going to be Donald Ristow, who is currently holding first, battling with Noah Schaus. Then we've got Jacob Akers in third, Michael Schema in fourth, Brandon Cotton in fifth, Tyler Waltz in sixth. And an interesting fact about Tyler Waltz. Tyler Waltz was Ratfink Racing, and he left the Ratfink team this week and joined up with Hinton Motorsports. So he is now with Brandon Hinton, Dylan Hinton, Todd Perront, and himself. So that was a big splash in the water in DES this week, as the past couple of weeks we've had some huge shakeups in the team world. Continuing on, we've got Zane Hussein in 7th. We've got 8th place, Jonathan Geist in the 32 machine. His teammate from DNR, Christian Clark, right behind him. And then Juan Cobbs Jr. in 10th. So that'll round out the top 10 of the field. Again, still got a huge battle going on for P1, but this is allowing Akers and company with Brandon Cotton and Michael Schema to kind of catch up a little bit and try to make some moves here and really shake things up. You know, I didn't get to watch the race last week, but I heard that it was a very exciting finish. And I've seen photographs, seeing 5, 6 wide, and any one of them could have taken down the race. So we have definitely seen some exciting racing here in the ARCA Series at DES, along with our other series that we have on the weekend for oval track racing. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break and give you some in-game audio for just a moment. And we'll be back with you in just a moment. And we're back with you. Lap 15 in the books. 90 laps is the amount of laps we've got for the race tonight. Noah Schaus back in first place. Jacob Akers making moves, getting up into second. Brandon Cotton into third, pushing Ristow all the way back into fourth place in that 25 machine. Then we got Tyler Waltz right behind him in the 45 machine. Michael Schema, Zane Hussein, Jonathan Geist, Christian Clark, and Juan Cobbs Jr. rounding out the top 10. This is a short track, Gateway is, and it's a very technical track. You have to really work turns 1 and 2 together, and then turns 3 and 4, you got a lot of trail braking. So definitely comes into play that you've got to try your best to save tires, because if you don't save tires on these short tracks, it's going to really scrub your speed in the long run. So you know, if we get good long green flag runs, then these guys are going to have to do green flag pits, and you know, you're going to have to try to undercut the leader so that when the leader goes into pits, you have the advantage to get yourself out in front. Fuel is also going to be a factor. I mean, it's going to be at least one fuel stop in this race in these ARCA cars. But you know, if any of you have raced in the official series and the ARCAs, you can push these cars pretty good, even on a short track, you know, for 30, 40 laps without having to get tires. But around that mark, it really starts getting squirrely. But we're also starting to see that now, even with these guys, as some of them have managed to get into the wall a little bit here and there. Currently, Noah Schaus still leading the pack. He's got about half a second lead over Akers. Then we got Brandon Cotton, Donald Ristow, and Tyler Waltz rounding out the top 5. And Michael Schema right up there with Tyler Waltz. So, I mean, these guys are really fighting hard. The front, you got the front 3, and then you got a little bit of a break, then you got the next 3. So these guys are really pushing hard, trying to get up here and, you know, get things done, make their moves, and get into the positions they want to get into. Gonna ask our producer a quick question. Jeff, what do you think one of the biggest strategies these guys are going to have to look at throughout this race is?
Well, you know, initially I would say just hang on to it. We had that one early caution, but you know, after that we're pretty clean here. So, you know, tires are going to be factoring in here a lot, and obviously fuel. Say lap 50 with those caution laps, you know, somewhere around there, they would have to pit for fuel. So we'll see if we make it. Oh, we're getting a little, right on the edge there. No, this is exciting. I mean, I love watching these guys. I wish I could race with them, but this is a blast producing for these guys as well.
Absolutely. You know, it's hard for me to get around on weeknights with things to do, but, you know, even when I'm not able to be in the booth and broadcasting with you guys, you know, I tend to jump on YouTube and watch, because, you know, these guys are really good in these cars. The ARCA cars are a lot of fun to race. And, you know, these guys have done a magnificent job of having some pretty clean races this season.
Yeah, and you know, the thing is, we had 23 cars in a race. We only have one car a lap down. Akers a little sideways, saves it. No harm there, no foul, except he's burning those tires up for sure. You know, just something to point out for the 23 guys racing tonight. This is a shorter series for us. You know, it doesn't run the full season length. We're kind of doing things a little different with this league, but this track on Wednesday mimics what we're doing on Friday for our next gen car. So these guys, obviously it's a different car, different handling, but these guys are getting great practice for that race on Friday night that a lot of the other guys, you know, aren't getting right now. So, you know, hats off to them for running tonight. And we'll talk about the points battle a little later in the race. It's getting pretty exciting.
Yeah, absolutely it is. And, you know, a little insight on the points later on.
Caution is out. Caution is out.
Yes, we did get the caution flag here. We're going to take a quick break, see if we can find out where the wreck is, come back and give you a breakdown. And we are back green here at Gateway. The bottom line has had good jumps, but the top line getting a good jump as well on this run. So currently, the 64 machine is going to slide around and take P1 if we can get our nameplates back up. And then we got 33 and 71 rounding out the top three. So that's going to be Dottle, who elected to stay out during the caution and did not pit. Then we got Juan Cobb Jr. and the 30 machine, Brandon Cotton in the 71 machine, who just moved into second. Zane Hussein in fourth, Tyler Waltz in fifth. Sean Williams is moved all the way up into sixth now. Michael Schema in seventh. Mitch Schaefer in eighth. Donald Ristow in ninth. Jonathan Geist in 10th. So we got a little bit of shakeup in the field. Again, we had a couple, Stetson Williams and John Dottle, who elected to stay out. And of course, Stetson Williams is moving way back the field now, all the way back into eighth. Looks like we had a caution here, which I'm not surprised. I mean, some of these guys are getting kind of loose on this track. It's getting a little hairy, but I mean, fresh tires, cold tires, you know, that's definitely a possibility that somebody got loose.
Christian Clark, I think.
So we're going to take a look here real quick. And it looked like, I can't tell
99.
who's in the green car.
Look at the 99.
It was the 46 and the 99 initially, and then it just kind of collected others in the field. So that's going to be Mitch Schaefer and Christian Clark. Oh no, Christian came up and caught the backside of the incident. So I'm not sure who is in this black and green car here. All right, so we're going to take a quick break after reviewing that wreck there, and we'll be back with you when we go green. 31 laps in the books, lap 32 underway, and what a jump by Jonathan Dottle, getting out to a quick lead.
Caution is out. Caution is out.
And we have a caution out already as we start lap 2. And we've got the 24 machine, looks like, getting involved in a wreck crossing the start finish line. We're going to take a look here and see what happens.
Are we muted?
All right, we're going to take a quick break as we sort this out, and we'll be back with you momentarily. And as you could see from the replay that we were watching, it was the 24 getting a little bit of a money shift and collecting some of the field behind him. We are green again on lap 35. John Dottle with a huge jump. Zane Hussein right behind him. Gonna pull up and get in front of Brandon Cotton, Tyler Waltz in 4th, Michael Schema in 5th, Juan Collins Jr. is in 6th, Donald Ristow in 7th, Geist is in 8th, Turbot moving up into P9 in the 44 machine, and Edwin Warren moving into the top 10 for the first time tonight since the start in P10. Rounding out the top 10, we got a nice little battle right here for P1. Dottle putting about 2.7 second, 0.27, 2/10 of a second. There we go. I'll get my thoughts straight in a moment. ahead of Zain Hussein, but Zain is doing everything he can to, combat that and get up there closer. The 71 of Brandon Cotton going to tuck in behind Zain and push him up a little bit, but not going to be enough to give Zain a good run to get around Doddle. Doddle kind of leading the pack right now. Edwin Warren still in the top 10. Jonathan Geist moving down to 9th behind Juan Cobbs Jr. And now Edwin Warren going to pass up Jonathan Geist. So Geist is starting to move a little slower and going backwards in the field. Not something that he wants to see. Currently, we have a couple of people that are 2 laps down, but Noah Schaus is back in 11th place, battling with Sean Williams. P20 is the first car a lap down, and then after that we got 2 laps down for 3 cars. So most everybody right now is currently on the lead lap. So we got a battle for 2nd and 3rd between Zain Hussein and Noah Schaus, but now 79 of Michael Schema moving up into the mix of things in that battle as well. And then the 45 machine of Tyler Waltz right behind. We are little over 1/3 of the way through this race. We got about 20 more laps and we'll be 2/3 of the way through. These guys are battling hard. Tire wear is always a factor on these short tracks. But right now, everybody seems to be running pretty good now that we've actually got the restart jitters out of the way and moving along the track. We've got the 24 machine coming back on the track, merging in. And 636 and 79 get into each other. Good save by Zain Hussein. 79 not able to hold control of that of the car as he slides out, and we hear on the track, Mike, we hear a little apology coming out from Zain apologizing to Michael Schema for braking a little too early. And so we're going to take a break real quick and we'll be back with you before green. And we're coming out of turn 4. The pace car is off. We are about to go back green. We are coming through the control zone now. Jonathan Dottle, the control car, going to get a good jump. Zain Hussein, a little bit slower on his start this time, but he's going to get up there and hold on to P2. 25 is going to slide low. The 44 of Turbot is going to slide high. And the 25 is going to, Donald Bristow is going to maintain third. Turbot in fourth. Noah Schaus has moved his way from 11th all the way back up to P5. Sean Williams in P6. Mitch Schaefer in P7. Thomas Long in the 23 machine in 8th. Jacob Akers in 9th. And Mariska is in P10 to round out the top 10. But now we've got a run by Zain Hussein trying to get past Dottle. Dottle going to try to sweep low, has to check back up to the high side because Zain is there, and the 25 machine gets into the wall. That's going to cause a little bit of a checkup. Everybody's going to have to shake down a little bit and get out of their grooves, but everybody sorts out. No major incident, and we stay green. Halfway through this race, 45 laps in the books here at Gateway. John Dottle, Zain Hussein having an insane battle for P1. Noah Schaus now all the way back up in P3. Let's see if the teammates, Zain Hussein and Noah Schaus from Misfit Racing, work together to try and take down Dottle from that P1 spot. Jacob Akers with a huge run on the bottom line, and he's going to scrub with 44 of Jeff Turbot, but they stay clean and make it through. And we've also got the 30 machine of Juan Cobbs Jr. right below Turbot as well coming through the turns. Dottle, Zain Hussein, Noah Schaus, all right here in a cluster, P1, 2, 3. The teammates are side by side, and they're chasing Dottle down for everything that they are worth. Christian. And I'm going to go ahead and note that we just got word from the producers that Dottle has not hit pit lane yet. He has stayed out every run. So he's going to have to pit at some point in time here to get some fuel and put some new tires on this car. We're going to go ahead and take a moment to go inside the cockpit of one of these machines, give you some live racing audio, and we're going to take a little refreshment break. And we are going green, lap 53, coming across the line. And what a jump by Sean Williams, getting out to a good early lead, but Michael Schema right there behind him. Christian Clark going to move into third as he has worked his way up and now making a run on the high line, trying to take P1, and he is going to. And that's going to put Williams in second. Geist is in third. So DNR making a run at the top of the pack now. Edwin Warren in P4 just dropped to P5 as Michael Schema moved into P4. Zain Hussein is making his back up into the front of the pack. And now that's got Juan Cobbs Jr. in P6, Brandon Cotton in P7, Edwin Warren in P8, Noah Schaus in P9, and Tyler Waltz. And Noah Schaus just swapped places as we get a caution and we see arcs flying in the back of the screen. Well, it looks like the 64 machine of Don Dottle gets a little bit loose, slides out a little bit, and collects Nicholas Lamb and the carnage there, knocking it looked like the front bumper of Dottle's 64 machine coming off there. And that's going to be the one. So a couple extra cars getting caught up in a self-spin there by John Dottle. And while we are waiting for these guys to go back green, we're going to go ahead and talk just a moment at the points here for the season. We've got 5 races in the book. This is race 6 here at Gateway. Leading the charge is Nicholas Lamb with 107 points. Then we got Juan Cobb Jr. At 103 points. Christian Clark with 99 points. Noah Schaus with 95. Mitchell Schaefer with 91. So those top 5 spots are very tightly compact there. They're battling really hard. It's just a matter of a few points that separate these top 5 guys. Down from that, we've got Edwin Warren, who's got 84 points. Then with 83 points, we've got Donald Ristow. Brock Santa Maria with 82 points. Zain Hussein with 89, and then Jonathan Howell with 73. And I believe that right there rounds out the top 10 in the point standings for the ARCA Series. So with that said, we're going to let these guys get everything sorted out and get through this caution, and we'll be back with you in just a moment when we get ready to go green.
Green flag.
We are back green, and the control car 99 of Christian Clark with a great jump, getting out to a huge lead there. And then we've got the 101 machine and Jonathan Geist battling out for P2. If we can get our nameplates up so we know who our names are. We've got the 79 machine of Michael Schema. So it looks like the 101 car is actually the 34 of Sean Williams. And then we've got
Caution is out. Caution is out.
and we've got a huge wreck in the backfield here. Zain Hussein gets sideways and just collects a good number of the field up in that. I've seen Mitch Schaefer in there, Tyler Waltz, and several others, Juan Cobbs Jr. So, it looks like Juan Cobbs Jr. might have gotten just a little bit of that bumper of Zain Hussein there. Zain was getting loose and slid down and just got collected up, and it collected several people in there. Noah Schauss's 15 car and several others. So we're going to go ahead and take a break right here, and we'll be back with you in just a moment as we are 1/3 of the way through the race here at Gateway. And we are going back green. As I said right before the break, 3/4 of the way through this race, DNR is Christian Clark out to a huge jump, but not huge enough. Sean Williams still right there with him and got the 79 machine right on his back bumper. And then you got Jonathan Geist up there right now looking at P3, possibly P4. Yep, he's going to slot in behind the 79 machine in P4. Then we've got Noah Schaus in P5. if we can get our name plates up so we can see who else we got up here. I see Edwin Warren up there in P6 working his way into P5 around Noah Schaus. And then we've got Brandon Cotton in P7, Juan Cobb Jr. in P8. We've got Ward Fisher in P9 in the 68 machine, and Paul Mariska in the 47 machine in P10, rounding out the top 10. These guys have had a lot of shakeups in the field throughout these pit stops, but we just saw just a couple of cautions ago, saw the 64 machine of John Dottle get sideways. I'm going to say, if I can get Jeff in here with me for just a moment, I'm going to say that's probably due to the fact that he had not pitted all race. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's tough. I mean, I look at Stetson right now. He's on lap 34 for his last stop. I mean, a couple of the other guys up front are 22s. Yeah, I mean, it was just amazing that first run, how long some of the guys went without getting tires. So impressive.
Absolutely. Currently, Christian Clark still out to a huge lead here. We see Jonathan Geis getting a little loose, getting into the wall. But Christian Clark out to a 0.3 of a second and growing at lead over Sean Williams. Jonathan Geist is sitting there in P3 in the 32 machine. Noah Schaus making splashes, moving back up into P4. Right behind Geist now, Michael Schema in 5th place, Brandon Cotton in 6th. And we see that we stay green here as it's a single car incident. But we see Turbot get a little loose coming out of the curve there, locking up the brakes, stopping before hitting the wall. Good job by Turbot to maintain control of the vehicle and limit the incident to just himself and not letting anybody else get caught up in that.
Yeah, and I forgot I was live and was chiming in thinking I was muted.
It's absolutely fine. Brandon Cotton has moved his way up into P5, pushing Michael Schema to P7. Edwin Warren currently in P7. We got Ward Fisher in P8, Juan Cobb Jr. in P9, and John Dottle has moved his way up into P10. Fisher now making a move to get around Edwin Warren. So they're battling back here for 7th and 8th right now. Then we've got back behind that, we've still got several people that are several laps down, but all the way up to P15 is on the lead lap. Then when we get down to P19, we have our first car that's not on the lead lap. Huge battle going on right here between Juan Cobb Jr., the 36 machine, and the 45 machine of Tyler Waltz. The 47 machine looking like he's getting a little bit loose there, but doing everything he can to hold it up in there. So these guys have got a huge battle going on, but right now the big thing is up here in the front of the pack. You see Edwin Warren and Juan Cobb Jr. almost getting into each other. Juan Cobb gonna hold that line though. There's a little bit of scrub, and I mean, this is getting hairy right here. And 36 machine of Zane Hussein moving up here and behind us. I'm not sure. I wouldn't back off, though, and just let these guys battle it out and see if they get into each other and try not to get collected in it. Of course, I think Zane Hussein's got the idea of, let's get around these guys, get in front of it. That way, if they do wreck, I'm not collected in it. And there's Edwin Warren sliding out and getting into the wall. That's going to scrub a bit of his speed off, giving the momentum to Juan Cobb Jr. But we know that Edwin Warren is a heck of a fighter, and he's going to do his best to get back up here. I think Zane Hussein had the right idea of getting around that before there was a wreck. Noah Schaus now battling with the 34 of Sean Williams. He's going to try to ease below him here on this bottom line and get a run. But now Sean Williams has been known for having some fast cars, but he's going to dive bomb Noah Schaus and try to get some momentum here and push himself around. And he is going to finish the clearing of Sean Williams and then a couple back. Brandon Cotton getting into the wall just a little bit behind Geist in that 71 machine, but still carrying a pretty good bit of speed here, as he is only 1.3 seconds off of the leader, Christian Clark. But Noah Schaus is trying to track down Christian Clark and regain what he had at the beginning of the race in the P1 and the pole position qualifying. Getting a little bit close there, and Christian Clark getting a little bit loose, but we hear Noah Schaus apologize to Christian Clark. We're going to see here if he can get around and make this pass. Got throttle hoppers right behind that, and then another DNR car in fourth place. But we got to see some of the DNR cars' paint jobs before the last restart. And, you know, the guys on DNR do some beautiful paint jobs. I got to give them credit for that. They do some awesome work on painting their own cars and having them ready for these races. But that's something that can be said for Misfit as well. Got quite a few guys in Misfit that are pretty good with paints. We see a heck of a battle right here. The 15, the 99, neck and neck, door to door, side by side, and battling for that P1, P2 spot. Christian Clark on the high line, going to hold a little bit more momentum coming out in that turn. But Noah Schaus going to hold that bottom line and is going to just dive bomb it in there. Nice little braking touch. He is going to get the lead, but Christian Clark's going to get back on the bottom side now and just cruise back past Noah. But Noah just gets into it coming out of that straight. But it's not going to be enough to hold that bottom line off, as Christian Clark is going to hold the true line. And then this is a heck of a battle between first and second there, Jeff.
Yeah, sure is. And man, it's you know, we're 15 to go, 14 to go at the line to the end of the race. So, you know, it's going to get intense. A couple of these guys, Stetson Williams for sure on 45 laps on his tires. Christian Clark 33. Noah actually has the freshest tires of, you know, the top 5. So, you know, look for him to kind of hold on to that lead is my thoughts.
Absolutely. Noah Schaus definitely putting on a good show, and I've been saying Sean Williams all night. And Stetson, I apologize for that. That's totally on me. Stetson Williams holding that P3 very nicely, battling Geist off. But Geist, you know, he's hungry. He wants to get back up there. But Brandon Cotton going to get around Geist and try to make a move in towards Stetson now. Back behind that, we've got John Dottle in P6, Zane Hussein in P7, Ward Fisher in P8, Donald Ristow in P9, Michael Schema just dropped to P11 as Juan Cobb Jr. makes a pass and gets up there. But now we've got Mitch Schaefer up here in the mix, another member of Misfit Racing in the Blossom 46 there. And he does some magnificent paint jobs. He and I collaborated on one. I cannot wait for Friday night to showcase the number 16 car in the next gens. It's going to be a blast to get to put that paint on the track. But back to the race at hand. Noah Schaus still continuing to hold a 0.5 of a second, so half a second lead above Christian Clark. Stetson Williams in P3, 1.8 seconds back. Brandon Cotton in P4, and then we got Jonathan Geist in P5. So this battle right now it's very tight for the front of the pack from 2 back to 5. But Noah Schaus on those fresher tires just continuing to put distance between himself and the pack. And that's what he wants. He wants to get that pole position and then take down P1 for the race. So far, you know, pretty solid outing for Noah Schaus and Misfit Racing. Zane Hussein of Misfit also in the top 10. Mitch Schaefer now making his way into the top 10. So that's 3 members of Misfit Racing in top 10. Christian Clark, Jonathan Geist, both members of DNR. So 2 members of DNR up there in the top 5. So DNR also having a solid outing tonight. We're going to go ahead and get an in-car look and give you some audio inside the car, inside the cockpit of one of these cars with these guys. And we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with you momentarily. And we just saw Jacob Akers get a little loose, get into the wall, and get lapped up by Noah Schaus, who is just putting on a dominating performance right now. Almost 2.5 seconds in front of Christian Clark, who is in P2, Brandon Cotton in P3, Sean Williams in P4, Jonathan Geist in P5. That's the two that we just saw. Then we got Dottle and Ristow right back here in P6 and P7, as we see right now. Zane Hussein in the 36 machine P8. Ward Fisher P9 and Mitch Schaefer in the 46 machine in P10. 5 laps to go here at Gateway, and Noah Schaus, if everything stays green and we have no major incidents, then he will take down this race. You can see right now we've got the 71 right on the bumper of the 99. He's going to try to battle the 99 to get in that P2 spot, get that higher number in the podium finish, and get a little bit more points. But Christian Clark doing a great job of defending here, getting Brandon Cotton a little bit off kilter there, and being able to do the crossover, now holding the bottom line. Gonna slide a little bit high. Christian Clark is giving up the bottom line to Brandon Cotton, but Brandon Cotton's not gonna have the speed coming out of the turn to hold it. We are now 4 laps to go. Noah Schaus up to almost a 3-second lead. So if we stay green, I'm gonna say Noah Schaus is going to be your race winner. In the 15 machine, Christian Clark and Brandon Cotton still back here battling, but it looks like Christian is putting a little bit of a gap between himself and Brandon Cotton, but Cotton's still trying to hang in there with him. Then back behind that, we have the 34 machine of Stetson Williams. We have Jonathan Geist, John Dottle in 6th, Ristow in 7th. Schaefer has moved all the way up into P8, Ward Fisher into P9, and Zane Hussein back up in the top 10 and 10th place. Christian Clark and Brandon Cotton still battling. Brandon Cotton has made the pass. Both get into the wall right there. But Brandon Cotton has made the pass on Christian Clark and moved into P2. Christian Clark in P3. Jonathan Geist getting around Stetson Williams to get into P4. Stetson Williams now in P5. So the teammates of DNR are back to back. The question here is, we are on the final lap. So I'm going to say Geist is not going to catch up to Clark. Noah Schaus is going to come around and get the win here. And that's going to put Brandon Cotton in P2, Christian Clark in P3. Jonathan Geist will finish in P4. John Dottle making it all the way up to finish in P5. Donald Ristow, P6. Mitch Schaefer in P7. Ward Fisher, P8. Zane Hussein made it all the way up to P9, going to finish in P9. And Juan Cobb Jr. going to finish in P10 to round out the top 10. So Noah Schaus getting a big win for Team Misfit in the debut tonight of Misfit Racing. Mitch Schaefer also finishing in the top 10 for Misfit Racing. And unfortunately, Zane Hussein did not finish in the top 10. Rounding it out, it's going to be Donald Ristow in 6th, Mitch Schaefer in 7th, Ward Fisher 8th, Tyler Waltz making it up to finish in P9, and Paul Mariska in P10.
Close it out.
All right, so that's going to do it here for us tonight at Gateway. Check back in with us Friday night for more DES oval track racing, as our next gen guys will be out racing this very track right here, Gateway, in the next gen cars. Until then, we will see you guys later. Have a great night. Well, I stand corrected. We got a little bit of ahead of ourselves there. We are going to get our top 3 finishers, Christian Clark, Brandon Kahn, and Noah Schaus in here for interviews. And we're going to start off with Christian Clark. DNR Racing with a big night tonight. Top 2 people in the top 5. Congratulations, Christian, on the P3 finish.
Yeah, it was a great race tonight. Didn't know if I was going to make it. Showed up, logged in 10 minutes beforehand. Woke up this morning feeling like crap. Went to the doctor, tested positive for strep, and been sleeping all day. But I love Gateway. I love the ARCA car, so there's no way I was going to miss this race.
Right on. That right there is dedication, as you have heard it, folks, from Christian Clark. Man, you had a run there in holding down P1, but it looked like Noah just had a little bit more for you than you could handle, and then Brandon Cotton coming up and taking over P2. But man, take us through your mindset holding up in that top 5 most of the night.
Yeah, so big shout out to Noah and Brandon. I mean, both of those guys were really fast tonight, really respectful. There was even a time coming into turn 1, between turn 1 and turn 2, Noah got up underneath me, kind of got into my bumper and got me a little bit sideways. I was able to keep the car underneath me, and he got on and was like, my bad. But I mean, that's just hard racing. You know, he backed out, let me know his intentions, that he was faster than me and that he was going to get around. And then same with Brandon. Brandon never made contact with me, but I mean, he was a lot faster than me. He had equal tires with me. I think we both ended there with about 48 laps on our set of tires there. But yeah, my mindset was just try to stay consistent. I knew I wasn't as fast as I was with fresh tires. So consistency was going to be key, and it just slowly fallen off, and those guys were able to be better.
Right on. Well, we thank you for coming out and racing tonight, Christian. Even though you're, tested positive for strep throat, like I say, that just shows commitment and dedication to a craft that you love, and it shows tonight. Getting the P3.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate you guys putting on the broadcast. Shout out to DNR, new team that we started. Hopefully, we're going to do great on this season. W Energy, my sponsor. So, looking forward to more races here.
Right on. Well, that's going to do it for Christian Clark in P3. Now we're going to get Brandon Cotton, the P2 finisher, up here for a little interview. Brandon Cotton, you got a copy?
Yeah.
Congratulations, man, on P2 here at Gateway and the ARCA cars.
Appreciate it.
And you come in, you come up behind Christian and Noah. Noah just kind of took off from everybody and left everybody. But you and Christian had a good 10, 12 lap battle going there. Take us a little bit of your mindset trying to get around Christian and his defense.
I'll tell you, I watched Noah get around him with ease, and I bought the track right before we started, and I was trying to get used to the track, and I got more comfortable throughout the night. And it seemed like whenever I'd get low, the top line had the momentum. If I tried to get to the high side, the inside had the momentum going into the turn. It was very difficult for me to navigate the track tonight, but it was fun.
Right on. Well, I mean, you got P2 the night that you bought the track, so that's not too shabby, sir. But good battle there with Christian. Good battle tonight. I mean, we said your name quite a few times tonight. Putting on a clinic out there. Anybody you want to shout out tonight?
Teammate Mike Simia, he helped me quite a bit on the start there, getting me used to the track. And all the guys that raced tonight, it was a clean race, and I enjoyed actually having some green flag runs and seeing some tire wear come into play.
Right on. Well, thank you for coming out, and again, congratulations on P2. Now
Hey,
we're going to
appreciate
get, yes, sir, man. Now we're going to get Noah Schaus in here, our race winner for the night. Noah Schaus, number 15. Congratulations on pole position and a great win.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate it.
So, inaugural race for Misfit Racing, and you come out and you put Misfit on the board with a win.
Oh yeah, that was the plan from the start right there.
So, once we got that first caution and the field kind of shook up and you kind of got shuffled back a little bit, what was the mindset and what was the strategy to get back up into the front?
I had a lot of help from the teammates. They gave me strategies, but it was really pushing. And if you can avoid the wrecks and get a lot of places on cautions, that was really the strategy right there.
Right on. Well, again, huge win for Misfit Racing, first race as a new team, and we had two people in the top 10. So great job for the guys tonight. Congratulations on the win, and you're going to be back next week for the next one.
Absolutely, yeah, it'll be a fun one.
Awesome. Well, we look forward to seeing you out on the track again, and hopefully we'll have you back up here in the broadcast booth for another interview.
Yeah, man. Thank you, guys.
All right, DES race fans, that will officially do it for us for the night. And we'll see you Friday night for another race at Gateway and the next gen cars. Until then, see ya.